Hey, what's up? Justin here, and what I wanted to talk about today is responsibility. So if you're on an intellectual journey, maybe every now and then you might have an epiphany or a lesson that you learn where something just clicks and it feels like you've leveled up, or maybe it feels like you've reached a new paradigm in your thinking where you can more accurately discern different things and approach your activities in a more productive way. So if you're on this journey, one of these epiphanies, I believe, is that if you dedicate yourself to a life of service and you switch your attitude from what can I take from other people to how can I help other people, your life actually becomes better in almost every single way. Now, if you're on this path, maybe you might get little bits of responsibility creeping up every now and then. So responsibility is a task that you have to do where people maybe rely on you to do it, and you almost have to do it in a consistent way where it takes away your freedom because people rely on you to do them. So for example, if you have a dog, you have to be responsible for the dog, and you can't maybe go on a spontaneous trip overseas. You can't just walk out the door. Your freedom's taken away in a sense because you have to deal with your dog. It's the same thing with responsibility. If you have these tasks where it is better to approach things consistently and have your mindset where you have to do them, you don't have a choice, but you have these tasks where you're kind of locked in to do them, and you can't just walk out and just leave a lot of people hanging, because at that point it's not really about you. So it's like if you go to a wedding. If you go to a wedding, maybe you have to go out of town, you have to plan things, it's kind of inconvenient, maybe you have to take a day off work, but at a certain point it's not about you, it's about the couple that are getting married, and you're there to just support them. So with responsibility, I think one of the benefits is actually it gets rid of a lot of decision-making fatigue. So if you've spent times maybe trying to pep yourself up or motivate yourself to do certain things, or even just deciding what to do, it takes a lot of energy and mental capacity where if you've got tasks that you have to do every single day and you're responsible for them, you're consistent about them, it actually frees your mind up a little bit more to think about things that are more important. Maybe, for example, being grateful or being present to the moment, or just entertaining yourself in your mind a little bit more and enjoying life a little bit more, because you don't have to think about what you have to do every day. Now, whatever it is that you're doing, it has to be your decision to go out and creatively impact something. It can't be even you being inspired by someone else, or maybe you just helping because you've been asked. If you're acting on your own purpose and your own decision, then it gives you a bit of more of a backbone and an ecosystem where people actually can rely on you, because they know you're doing it out of your own creative thought and you're not being flaky with it because you're not inspired by someone else. Maybe it's like if you go to the gym and you know what you have to do, like today I'm doing this, this and this. It gives you just more of like a feeling of safety, where when you get those gym bros who think it's they think it's cool to not smile, and you can actually just smile at them and enjoy them because you've got that backbone where you know what you're doing, you've got some sort of purpose. It's the same thing with maybe if in the workplace, if you're choosing to do something and you've got a purpose and you're doing something, it gives you a backbone where you're not really shaken off your center, and it also has the ability to maybe let other people rely on you, and you're responsible for other people, where people will actually want to support you and give you things because you're doing a big service to them, just having that calming energy and that ability to do these tasks where you can maybe inspire other people. In the end, people don't actually really appreciate what you do a lot of the time. They might appreciate it on some level, maybe subconsciously, but it's like I've been working on these videos for 3 years, like almost every day, writing them, thinking about them, practicing them, and I just get bullied for them. Like, I knew it was gonna happen. Like, I'm not, even mad about it, but it's like people don't really appreciate any effort that you put into things in a way until it comes full circle. People don't even appreciate it in a way where they're actually going to show appreciation, but maybe if they make fun of you or they bully you, even that's a way of them like showing appreciation, because if you're doing some sort of activity which gives people the ability to make fun of you, that's a creative thing that they're doing in itself, and you've inspired a creative thing in themselves. Even though it's maybe not a positive thing, it is adding to the drama of the world in a sense, and it is distracting people from apathy or maybe dark thoughts. So if you gain responsibility, I know it's awesome to be responsible for nothing, but at some point, if you have a backbone where you're responsible as a man, you're maybe able to think of things more clearly, and you're able to be grateful for things because your mental capacity is freed up. You choose what you want to do, you have people support you, you work hard, and the reward really is internal. So I hope you guys gain some sort of value from this video, and I'll catch you guys next time.
And self-service, as they call it, where the middle blocker, Pronin in this case, passes, digs his own ball, and then runs in and gets the quick back off the setter. This time puts it away.